Oh, I can keep the minimap this size. That's nice. Let's go through the ship picks. Throw has Ohio, Kremlin, Des Moines, Nevsky, Double Stalingrad, Kleber, Shima, and Smolensk. Bets in the chat how Killer Bin is going to die now, this time. And for anime, we have Ohio, Kremlin, Des Moines, Salem, Venezia, Nevsky, Petro, Grozovoy, and Smolensk. Grozovoy is a bit of an interesting pick. There's no carriers for his AA. His concealment is 6 kilometers, so not terrible, but not great either. His torpedoes are not, like, it doesn't have a really good reload or range. It's a fine ship, but
you're right.
The
typical reason you would bring it, as you say, is for a bit of extra AA support, maybe for your cruisers, and there isn't a carrier, so
yeah,
there are better picks. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. Maybe that personally, I would bring maybe Derek, but I don't know. Well, we'll see how they use it. So I'm going to be calling them by the names that I know them by. So Jobsy, who is in the Kleber in the middle, Jubes, is going for the early cap, but is going to be countered by potentially Smolensk with its radar. So he's going to have to be a little bit careful.
He's out of radar range.
Yeah.
It's 7.5, right?
Yes.
For the destroyers. So
it is.
He's fine. There is the radar from Des Moines. I think he's okay for now, but he will be detected.
Yeah, he needs
soon.
He's right on the edge.
Yeah, I think they see him now. Yeah, they can see him.
Yep,
oh, there's another radar. I think they were not sure if they're gonna catch him, and then they called another radar, and then he got detected, so they wasted one radar.
Now, of course, Throw don't know that. Because they don't know that the Smolensk pops its radar.
True.
So Jobsy's going to be thinking now, do I go back and risk gaining radar a second time, or do I hang around above the cap? What do we do? So he'll be currently asking the caller, what do I do?
Petropavlovsk from Anime has received 15,000 damage, and he is kind of in a position where they can continue shelling him if they could actually detect him. He did go undetected. But they could easily continue shooting at him and see if they can apply more pressure.
So you'll notice that Mr. Killerbin in his Ohio is pushing over towards the A cap. So they may be looking to be quite aggressive on that side, although Anime's Ohio is there as well. So it's kind of even. Chimera in the Shima has finished capping.
Grozovoy. Torpedo dead center. But these are torpedoes from Smolensk, so they don't hurt too much. But there you can immediately see the disadvantage of having a Grozovoy in comparison to, for example, Daring, as you mentioned. Daring would have had his super duper long 3-kilometer hydro, duration long. 3-kilometer hydro turned on, would have seen the torpedoes and has this really fast acceleration. He could have just gotten out of the way. With a Grozovoy, you don't know. And there's the smoke. There's the radar. Can they still see him? No, they can't actually see him. He's forced off. Nevsky is pushing. That's a lot of stuff being thrown at Brox here.
Yeah, he needs to be super careful. It's that Des Moines that's going to do the damage. There's nothing that Jobsy can do other than just watch. Brock's trying to dodge, but he's having to give a lot of silhouette, as it were, to the Des Moines.
Okay, he's undetected.
And the Salem.
The last volleys going in the
5-4.
Yeah, and there's a fire. Smolensk does get a heal, so he can get another 3,000-4,000 HP back through the course of this game if he lives long enough, but he can definitely not afford to get caught by the radar one more time.
I think you might see, if they need to push and spot or anything like that, I think you'll see Jobs doing that one. Although, you know, there's a lot of ships there. They need to be really, really careful. I think Throw needs to make the move on the other end of the map, which it looks like that is what they're trying to do right now. Although Ohio giving a lot of angle to Anime's Ohio and taking a 15k chunk there.
I mean, they're not going to be able to do anything really On the other side, it's a battleship, destroyer, and 2 cruisers versus a battleship, destroyer, and 2 cruisers. So you can't just easily push and win much there, especially when you have. I mean, yeah, you do have 2 radar cruisers, but they have a destroyer radar and a cruiser. It's going to be a very, very hard thing for this Shima to get anywhere close to do anything. So.
Yeah, they usually Chimera in the Shimakaze here is usually looking to get up alongside a battleship or a camping cruiser or something like that and push torpedoes across, and also just to be a deterrent against pushing. So if that Ohio starts to charge across the cap, for example, he would be there to try and stop it.
Yeah, I think the battle here is going to be pretty much won or lost on this seaside, because it's far more engaging than on the right side. On the right side, everybody's playing a bit conservative, because Des Moines can radar everything, and Petro from Anime can radar everything. However, the position of Des Moines is like, if Nevsky and Ohio continue going backwards, Des Moines is going to die. They're just going to push him and kill him, and he can't back up because of Petro. Smolan will continue to torp him. Yeah.
I should point out that Sky Luna is actually a lady.
A lady, okay.
A lady.
I will try to keep it in mind.
That's fine.
No offense if I call her a dude, I hope. No because I call everybody a dude.
So B, it should be pointed out that B actually is obviously in Anime's hands, and those points are ticking.
Mm-hmm.
They're getting up towards 150 points ahead now with that. So, and they've just blocked the A cap, so Throw currently have no points income whatsoever. So they will currently be discussing how they can actually get a cap or some kills.
They will stop the flipping with Shima. Petro is out of the radar range, and so is Smoland at the moment. So he is safe, but I wouldn't go too deep if I was him.
Kai gets a torp on Thorek in the Venezia. Because they are Shimakaze torps, that really does a lot of damage.
Ohio just lost some HP. I didn't see it was in a torpedo or some hits. But his ass is kind of dark, so could be a torpedo. There's a radar from, I believe, Smoland.
Yeah, that was Smoland.
They can't see Shima just yet.
Yeah, Shima's at about 8.5.
Yeah, he's backing up. They're not going to see him.
Ooh, Venezia taking a bit of a beating here. Good focus fire from Throat. You can't show flat broadside to a Des Moines like that. Ooh, Nevsky at the back. I didn't see what hit Lona in the Nevsky at the back there, but just lost a considerable amount of health. I guess that was Kremlin from across the map.
Even though on paper it seems like Throw has a bit more HP, but that's like 10,000. Oh, they might get Nevsky actually. Oh yeah, 600 HP and a volley on the way. Nevsky from Anime is down. This is gonna open some options, because now they're down to Des Moines and Salem radar, which are standing right next to each other. So that's 10-kilometer radius. I'm pretty sure they can take Job C's Kleber now and start pushing the IJ line. And with a combination of Kleber and Smolan, they can take control of CCAP and start potentially applying some dangerous torpedoes and pressure towards Salem, Des Moines, and Kremlin. So Seaside might actually be flipping slowly but surely into the Throw side, which is good for them, because they're not. I don't feel like they're gonna really win on the other side. But
do you remember saying at the beginning, how is Killabin going to die?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's just pushed up. It's inevitable at some
torpedoes
point.
on Smoland. Okay. Oh my lord, that was a close one.
Nice. That was paintwork.
Well, Killer Bin is safe for the moment.
Yeah, he is. He needs to be careful about how he comes around this island.
Mm-hmm. As soon as Anime decides to put Petro and their Ohio up to use, then the things are going to get a lot more interesting on A side. Oh, Grozoboy goes down. Oh, that's a nice catch.
Yeah.
Now this side is completely out of DDs.
And this little group sitting here, the Kremlin and the 2 cruisers, is they need to spread out because that's going to make it easy for especially Brox to get torpedoes on them.
Yeah, the lucky thing is it's only Smolensk, so it's only 8 torpedoes, and they don't hurt too much. So it's the best possible scenario, I guess. The bad part is, what do you do now? These destroyers, all they have to do is stay out of your radar range, which I'm sure they will do, and continue spamming torpedoes, and eventually you will die. And they did lose A and the C, of course, so the points are now in the favor of Throw. They need to find a way to make use of these 3 ships.
Killerben in a bit of a crossfire, having to move out of the way of the Venezia here, nosing in towards the Kremlin on the other side, who's exchanging shots with him. Kai is being pushed by Eatdis in the Småland. Småland is spotted by Shima. So Kai just keeping the distance exactly where he needs to keep this Småland spotted.
Des Moines is about to chuck 4, 5 torpedoes. 4? Yeah, that's a lot of damage. Meanwhile, Salem takes a chunk as well. So that's some heals and Damacons gone. They're going to lose these 3 ships in a very painful, useless kind of way if they don't find a solution.
Killerben's got shots on that Salem there. Salem popping its super heal.
Yeah. Losing 2 was it 2 destroyers?
2 destroyers.
No, a cruiser.
No, destroyer and Nevsky. Yeah.
Yeah, a cruiser and a destroyer on this side without taking anything down in return. That's going to be pretty much what seals the deal on this side.
Petro and Ohio in the middle. Nose to nose. We might see a ram here from Captain Horst, although that wouldn't be in their advantage. No, I think he's just going to come nose to nose with Killerben.
Oh, that turret traverse. Oh, that desync. Did you see the guns of Ohio? They were still looking at the island when he fired. Yeah.
It might have something to do with
Killerbean hacks confirmed. I have evidence.
Yeah, well, I mean, you have to remember that the expert marksman bug is still in the game. Wargaming have said that they're not going to fix it until after King of the Sea because it would be, you know, disruptive to do that.
Yep.
So you will notice that all the larger ships, well, all the cruisers really, if they've taken EM, they will be. There we go. Salem goes down. Yeah, the turret traverse is ridiculously fast. I almost guarantee that Kath in the Kremlin has currently something like a 17-second 180. Actually, no, maybe not.
Can they do something with this Kleber while he's still detected? This might be their last chance. Oh, my lord, Ohio and Petra actually rammed. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure why he did that because they're already ships down.
He didn't even take the Ohio down, so... Oh, he lost the B turret. No, did it? It looked...
Who? The Ohio?
Kremlin. Sorry, Ohio, yeah. I wanted to say Killer Bin, and then I said Kremlin. The turret is exceptionally dark.
Yeah,
but the guns look okay.
I think maybe it's just disabled rather than destroyed.
Yeah, that turret looks too dark.
It does look...
But the guns don't look screwed up.
No,
so
yeah, normally they look bent, yeah.
Pretty weird.
We'll see in a minute. Kai is having fun with this Småland here. Still dodging torpedoes. Kai basically hasn't moved out of this map square for the entire match.
Oh, Småland did get caught. He's shooting in the open with Kremlin. Des Moines is down to 194 HP. Des Moines goes down. And... oh my lord, that's a fire! Småland goes down. Kremlin will pay the price as well, and Seaside has been cleared. Just like I called it, the game is pretty much decided on this side.
Yeah, I think
that Nevsky and catching a destroyer pretty much sealed the deal on this side. So
I think you called it out right at the start. So I think Anime had a opportunity with Sky Luna in the Des Moines at the A cap to get rid of that Des Moines. They got her quite low, but they didn't manage to finish her off because I think she, ducked back around the corner and healed.
Ohio and Petro were pretty much very, very inactive. They received their positions and then they pretty much stayed there and did nothing for the rest of the game. Petro eventually just YOLO'd and rammed Killer Bin. And Ohio is trying to do something now, but I mean, 960 points on the clock, that's about 200 points too late. So for Anime, I would say Ohio's usefulness, or opposite of that, lost them this A side, because I think they should have put both Petro and Ohio to better use. Like you said, apply pressure to Des Moines, get him out of the way, and that means that the radar on this side is only Nevsky, which you can keep detected without being radared. So you would slowly push him away, you would slowly win the A cap, and that's it. You won this side, and you can focus on, I don't know, anything. Maybe even transfer some forces or something, because they needed to do something there. Losing Nevsky and a destroyer on Seaside, that was something they can't afford, especially not with any victories on the other side.
So Ohio's turret was broken permanently. Is definitely out. So he's very wisely using the rear end of his ship. SAP not doing very much. Kath coming to swap in here. Torpedoes out from Kleber against Hyo in case it pushes.
All Throw needs to do now is just stay alive for a minute.
Kai's torpedoes may seal the deal.
Yeah, this Ohio is going to take a couple. And that's a Shima. So this is going to hurt a lot more than he can afford. That's one in the rear. That's a flooding. That's one in the center. Does he even have a Democon? No. The fire and the floods are both going, and that's it. That Ohio needed to do something far sooner than this. So Throw will be taking the first match, 1-0 to them. Congratulations. Pretty decently played, I would say. And we will be moving into game number 2.
Yeah, I think Throw were very patient there. I think we need to swap,
right?
Yeah, I think other teams could have panicked when Anime initially appeared to take the lead, which I think they did. They had all the caps at one point. But I think they kept a cool head, and that was what enabled them to get that southern cap. So yeah, we do need to switch ends.
Yeah, I think I've... Oh, actually... Team B. Yeah, that would
go. The next map will be Northern Waters, which was
Northern
Anime's
Waters,
choice.
Indeed. And I don't expect them to waste too much time, considering we started like a minute or two later.
Yeah, teams are allowed to swap ships in between, so Anime have just gone out to grab some different ships, I think.
So if Throw ends up winning this game now as well, that's going to be 2-0, and we are going to be on schedule because our next game is supposed to start in 25 minutes. Of course, we need to switch rooms and blah, blah, blah. So as long as they start within 3 or 4 minutes, even if it's a full 20-minute game, and Throw ends up winning, of course, we should be fine. If Anime can make a comeback and win for this to be 1-1 and then take it to the final, then we will definitely be skipping the first match of the next best of 3, and we will be casting this third game to see which one of these two is going to actually proceed, because whoever loses here is out. That's it. It's eliminations.
It is. So we're going down from 32, we're going down to 8 today. And they're going to get mixed into tomorrow's draws, or tomorrow's groups.
Right, so North Waters, I'm going to play the map.
Yep, absolutely.
In the southern Arctic Ocean lies an archipelago of Caledonian granite. Frigid and foreboding, These frozen rocks and sparse fauna will shortly become unwilling witnesses to the rigours of naval combat. This is Northern Waters. Northern Waters is a 42 by 42 kilometre domination style map with 3 cap points running in a line from west to east. The Alpha cap is on the left, Bravo is in the centre, and Charlie is on the right. Capture Area Alpha is isolated from the map centre by 2 large islands along the eastern edge. These islands provide limited cover for radar cruisers who may want to deploy nearby, while a narrow channel connects the cap to the middle of the map. In the centre, Cap Bravo contains hard cover in the centre for intrepid destroyer captains hoping to secure control. Just like the Alpha Cap though, there are islands along the eastern edge that provide at least some cover for radar cruisers to defend from. The scattered islands in and around Cap Charlie create challenges on both offence and defence. Not only do they constrict the movement of battleships in the area, they provide places for lighter units to take shelter behind and launch ambushes from. 18 ships, 2 teams, 1 victor. It's time to play Northern Waters.
We are still waiting on the anime's players to return.
It's actually a good opportunity. There's a couple of questions I'm seeing over and over again in chat, which I want to answer. The code, which is being banded around, is on my screen currently. It's Praise the Adjudicators. That doesn't give you a new mission chain. That gives you the same mission chain as last weekend. It's just in case anyone missed it. It's a second opportunity to get that mission chain. And the second question, which is coming up, is when can we get the last 2 King of the Sea containers?
Finals, I believe?
Finals weekends. So there are 2 finals weekends. One is the regional finals, which is next weekend. So you'll be able to get one that weekend. And then the second one is in October. I forget the exact weekend, but it's a weekend in October. And that's going to be the international finals. So you need to watch both of those weekends.
I don't think they actually decided.
No, I'm not entirely sure. But
it just says weekend in October.
Yeah. So you'll be able to get one container for each one of those 2 weekends.
Is it going to be in the same manner, like this week and the previous one, or?
I think the finals weekend crate drop is a special drop, so you need to be watching a World of Warships stream during King of the Sea. I think that's how it works.
Okay.
Which basically means watch a World of Warships stream that weekend. But if you go and check the King of the Sea article from the news portal, it tells you in there how it works. I don't want to. Oh, is it? Here it's.
Yeah.
We've got kind of a second summer here.
The air conditioning is not working properly again.
Oh no. Yeah, here it's been. I love this time of year if it stays warm because it's not hot. It's just nice.
Oh, it's hot here.
So on Thursday it was my. Well, it's actually my mum's birthday yesterday, but I went over to my parents' house on Thursday to celebrate, and we just sat out in the garden all day, and it was so nice. It's perfect.
Nice.
And I sunburnt my head, and we had some nice food.
If you had some hair up there,
yeah, that's the problem. My mum was like, "Do you want a hat?" I'm like, "No, it's fine. Don't worry about it." And then I got home.
It's one hell of a problem to have, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't think anybody thinks about that. But if you're bald,
you get
for
burnt
whatever
really
reason,
yeah, really easily.
Yeah, like other people don't have to apply any sunscreen on their head.
Yeah.
Well, besides the face. But...
And the other problem is if you get sunburn or tanned, and so like my hair is like relatively long right now. If I shave my head like I do normally, I will have like a brown strip on top and then 2 white strips on the sides. So I need to let it fade first. Yeah. I don't know what's taking anime so long. They're taking ages.
I mean.
I mean, considering that this is their map pick, they're obviously having discussions. What? Oh, they don't understand.
Maybe they thought, considering.
I think they have to go and create another.
They made a new map.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, hopefully they're all going to be here in the next couple of minutes, and we can start.
There's no adjudicators in here, so.
I think they have like up to 10 minutes to actually get ready and prepare.
Yeah, I think it's just a matter of confusion.
I am going to get myself a drink.
Sorry, I'm just in the background talking to the adjudicator for this group, so they can say no, really, because I mean, like, I'm a random streamer dude, so I'm just trying to get an official person to say no. You need to go back into the room with Throw.
Who the hell thought it's a good idea to put this telephone ringing noise in the background in the port every 3 seconds?
The funny thing is that, you know, it's Morse code for the puzzle.
But it's the same thing.
Yeah,
every 3 seconds. It's exactly the same thing.
But what it's saying in Morse code, what it's saying is G. G, 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 G. And so,
oh my god.
And so all I hear when I hear that now is G, 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 G. I'm like, oh god, stop. But yeah, exactly. So what genius thought it would be a good idea? Because
it doesn't really make any difference. Do I know what it
no,
says?
No, absolutely.
It's still annoying.
Because I mean, the port has always had a telephone ring, but before it was kind of like a nice, gentle, like ring kind of thing.
Yeah, the ring is fine, but this, when you basically, when somebody hangs up on you,
yes,
it's horrible.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, Anime is now finally making their way back into the room.
Yeah,
and we have the adjudicator here.
I asked the adjudicator to step in. Right, they're all back. Yeah, I think they just thought they had to, because it's their map, I think they thought they had to create the room.
They had to host the whole map, yeah. But this is the thing with less experienced teams. Like, the top teams, they already know.
Yeah, exactly. If you've not done it before.
They already know how everything works, but these newer teams, there's always some miscommunication. 3rd and 4th of October, apparently.
Okay.
I mean, that's somebody just saying in the chat that, but I don't know where did they get that information from.
I think it has been published somewhere. I just keep forgetting what it is.
Oh, okay.
But that, I mean, I'm not sure about that, because that would mean it was the weekend directly after the regionals, and I'm not sure that's correct. I'll try and find out.
Okay, waiting for last few guys to finally ready up. This is taking way too long, and we might have to tell somebody to hold the game for us after this, if this actually ends up throw taking.
Yeah, we may have to.
Because if they start right now, it's going to need to be like a 13-14 minute win for us to be on schedule. I don't want to miss the first game because these guys started 10 minutes too freaking late. Because this is really taking too damn long. What about the players who will be participating in the final games? How will they watch streams? I'm sure Wargaming and the organizers have that figured out, to be honest.
Sorry, what was the question, Mark?
If you're a player and you're playing in the finals in the King of the Sea, which means obviously you can't watch.
Yeah.
I mean, technically you could have it in the background, but...
You could.
Yeah.
So how do you get the containers? I think anyone who is playing gets a container given to them if they're playing in the finals. Yeah. So they don't have to watch. They can just get credited with one. The same goes for the streamers, actually. We can claim one if we missed it.
I'm actually 1 day short.
Because you forgot last time.
I forgot already like 7 times to go to the armory, and then.
I got mine.
thingy.
I got mine today when I logged in.
Yeah, I didn't actually do it yet.
Because it doesn't remind you. It's so.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Freaking go.
Dead air is hard to fill. It's not even about that. It's about missing the next game, because these guys were slacking. And my mouse gone crazy again. Oh man. Okay. Right. Let's finally start with this game. So for anime, we have Yamato, Kremlin, double Des Moines, Nevsky, double Stalingrad, Gearing, and Smolensk. And for throw, we have Ohio, Kremlin, Des Moines, Nevsky, double Stalingrad, Kleber, Shima, and Smolensk. So it's a 3 destroyers versus 2. And the map is going to be Northern Waters. So let's see how they actually deploy.
We have friendly fire, so this is going to be a restart.
Oh my god. Really?
Yep. Yay!
Oh, we are so late, dude. We were already 13 minutes late with the start of this battle. And now we're restart on top of all of this.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep the adjudicators, like, just to make sure they know what's going on.
Yeah, see, this is the problem when people are not on schedule and late. If something like this happens, it just makes the whole situation worse. You can't blame somebody for the game froze or the PC crashed or lost connection or something like that. The restarts are something that is pretty much accounted for, but people being 10, 15 minutes late for no reason, you can't account for that. And now we should technically be already finishing the battle. We didn't even start it yet.
So I am in contact with the adjudicator of our next game. So, assuming this doesn't run over by hours and hours.
All right, attempt number 2. They dude is from Valve Sport. Yes. Yes.
Okay. So on a restart, teams aren't allowed to change their lineups, so this should be exactly the same players and ships. They are, of course, free to change their plan.
At least my arrow is fixed. Yay.
Yay. Okay, so Throw going into this 1-0. Anime have everything to do here. Throw can obviously afford to lose this one, but they won't want to. Looks like a similar tactic. They're sending Jobsy in the Kleber into B. Shima again going with Ohio and Nevsky and Des Moines. So this is exactly the same distribution from Throw that we saw last time.
For anime, we seem to be having Nevsky on the right, Gearing on the right, Stalingrad, Kremlin, and Des Moines. That's 5 ships going on the right. And Smolensk, Des Moines, and Stalingrad with Yamato on the left. So they have 3 radars and a battleship on the left, and they have 3 radars and a battleship on the right with an extra cruiser, 1 DD per each side. So they're going to be letting B for free. They're not even going to try. So Throw is going to have a pretty early, pretty decent advantage for the first 5-10 minutes of this game. Very, very easy. Those points are going to be ticking before anime can even do anything. I think throw is going to have an easy few 100-point lead. The only question is, what is anime going to be able to do afterwards?
Looks like thrower preparing to send the clubber across to D to help out the small end. Which makes sense, open water cap. Jobsy can just zoom around and maybe get out on flag. Oh no, maybe they aren't. Maybe they're sending him over. 1 second. At the moment, he's just heading straight south.
Shots to Stalingrad? Oh, damn!
Ooh, that was... Oof.
From the front?
Was that Nevsky?
No, that was probably
Ohio?
a battleship. That was probably a battleship that just did a really, really good pen. Because considering that's a bow in Stalingrad, that really hurt.
Okay, Kai will reach the cap if he wants to just before the gearing. However, I think he's being cautious.
Stop waiting for anime and let throw win. Okay.
Well, I mean, the rules do say something like, you know, if you take ages coming back in, then you default.
Oh!
Oh! What happened?
Oh! What the hell happened to Stalingrad? First of all, I saw his HP down to 4k and he's not even healing, and Smolan took a torpedo, beached sideways, and is detected. So Smolan might be going down here as well. That Stalingrad must have been hot.
It was definitely Ohio. It was definitely Kilibin because he's just shot again. So.
Oh
yeah,
dear Lord!
This may be the end of Mundred here in the Stalingrad.
Yeah, this is probably the end of anime, to be honest.
Nope. Dispersion says no. I mean, that must have been at that range, because he's like 26, 27 kilometers away. That dispersion must have been so lucky on that first volley.
What's shocking to me is that he's not even healing, so he already used the heal and he's on 4,500 HP. So, dear God.
I'd love to know. I'll have to ask Kilibin later how many citadels that was.
Yeah, he's gonna go down here. If nothing, Smolan will finish him.
Can't go unspotted. Can't. I mean, even if he goes unspotted, they can still blind fire.
There we go. So
Oof.
A free cap and 2 ships for very little. That is an amazing start for throw and a horrible, horrible game for anime before the game actually even started. 4 minutes in, you already lost 2 ships and a cap. I mean, that's got to be pretty devastating. Although you have to keep one thing in mind. Part of being a good professional team also means that you fight till the last second, you never give up, and you don't lose your spirit and hope just because something bad happened. We had situations where something really horrible has happened. Like, we literally threw the ship away.
Sorry. Kath just got like 10 million citadels on the Yamato there. So took him down from 70. Yeah, took him down from 70 to 15. Okay, maybe not
that
10
must
million.
have been a survivability expert and a half on that Yamato.
best clan in the world, right? So, yeah, 10 million citadels. So, but that was 50k volley on the Yamato there. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, absolutely no problem. This is the thing. Like, people are often like, "Oh my God, you interrupted each other." Of course we did. Something has
Something happened.
You have a full permission to interrupt if something happens. Des Moines is giving a full broadside as well. I don't like.
I mean, Anime's only opportunity here is to do something with this group of ships in A. But the problem is that the more time goes on, the more crossfire they're in.
140,000 HP deficit already. 300 points, 350 points behind, and a cap behind, and on a back footing. This is looking beyond grim for anime. But as I was saying, as a part of a good team, regardless of what happens, you need to come up with a solution and a plan. Even if there's a really little chance that it's going to work, I mean, what's the worst that can happen? You're going to lose. Okay? So what is it in the fantasy world that you could do to make a comeback? Decide and do it. You never know. It might work. And some games that were literally destined to be a defeat, we ended up winning because we just surprised the enemy. We didn't give up. They relaxed. They were like, oh, we have a huge lead. We have a huge advantage. We can't throw this. This is easy. Let's just go in and kill them. And then you end up fighting like bears and you take them down. So
And I think it's this kind of situation that separates bad callers from good callers, because if you start to lose, your team is looking to the caller to be the voice of confidence and have a plan.
yeah.
And if you go,
Oh,
or
this gearing is so
oh
good.
no, so in this circumstance, Anime's caller is going to be vital in trying to get something done.
I seriously doubt they can pull anything off. Oh,
No.
oh, Smalland might be.
It's possible. I think they might
They
take the gearing.
They
Yeah,
could.
Des Moines radared. Is that in range? No, nowhere near.
They can't see. Oh,
Yeah,
they got
gearing
him.
goes down.
Can they take Smalland down in return? And I think they can.
Ooh. Come on,
He's
bro.
still detected, so there's still gonna be more volleys coming. They just need to get lucky once. But Suit is not taking enough
He's
lead.
stuck.
Yep.
Shells are in the air, though. Nope. Saved by the island. Des Moines last
Oh
volley.
my lord, that last volley. Maybe too short? Oof. Okay.
Now,
Des Moines goes
now
down in the middle.
Kath has taken a very risky position here, but...
Yeah, but look at Valium. Look at his position. It's between Jobsy's YOLO
Exactly.
and Ohio's full broadside. I think he's pretty much done here.
Yeah, Kath has some cover by this island.
The luckiest he can get is if he saves his volley for Jobsy and then potentially okay. So much for that story. He did 0
I don't
damage
think he knows.
to...
I don't think he knows it's coming.
Well, he knows now.
It's not even bothering to turn his front guns unless that's desync. It might be.
Can Kleber actually kill him here? He can. Okay. Yeah, this is pretty much it. 5-0. That start from Anime was one of the worst starts, or the most unlucky starts I have seen in King of the Sea. Like getting obliterated, couple of ships that fast.
Looking at the dispersion,
like, how do you come back from that?
Looking at the dispersion on that first volley that the second volley that Killer Bin made on the Stalingrad, it went everywhere all the way around the ship, even though the aim was perfect. Makes me think that first volley was incredibly lucky in terms of the dispersion. I really want to know how many citadels it wants. I suspect it was 3 or 4.
Okay, so I have a question. It's 3:45.
Yep. So they are going to...
Isn't that where the game is supposed to start?
Yeah. So let me...
So thanks to Throw and Anime, we're actually on schedule because they won this in less than 10 minutes, which is impressive. So GG to Throw for taking this 2-0. I mean, okay, the first battle looked fine, but the second battle looked pretty bad and grim for Anime. Anime is out and Throw will proceed. Now we have literally no time.
Yeah, so they are holding, so don't panic.